4, 2002. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Washington football team. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Kaepernick now on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. First down. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
First down, Washington.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, Over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 32 on the play. Gibson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Second and goal at the 6-yard line.
One more time with Gibson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Washington 10, Lions nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll look to throw again. Man open is Robinson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Gurley again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1 yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First down, Washington.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Julian Okwara leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Kaepernick. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Romeo Okwara in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. after the sack. They'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
In his own end zone, it's Kaepernick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at his own 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes this Washington 10, Lions 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
It's 2nd and inches.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Kaepernick going to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Kaepernick now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. The first down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week one, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw. This is complete. Finds his man Hurns. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw again. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson there to make the grab. And the Lions have tied it. If they hit the extra point, they'll have the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Kaepernick now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. To throw, Kaepernick. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risk.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack it. At the 36.
Vaughn Miller. A 10-yard loss on the sack. And it's 4th down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's brought down. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
To throw, Kaepernick. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. He'll try again. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is recovered in the end zone by the defense. My goodness, what a late turn of events here.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Barnes charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Surprisingly, this is... And there will not be a return here of the Washington offense. And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. To throw, it's Kaepernick. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Tom, his team, but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more. Coaches want them to catch the football first.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they'll get the... Here's Kaepernick to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Chambers. And it's 2nd down. Back to the ground with Gibson. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot, That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 29. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Good throw there. And I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd and short. Here's Kaepernick. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Kaepernick to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Chambers. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So that'll back him up 5. Now Kaepernick. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they have.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Lions, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Washington, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.